stuff from all these consultants that they hired. So anyway, on this sheet, I give you examples of where to look for this stuff if you're just getting into it. You got to watch every Board of Education meeting. In January of 2022, well before that, they hired this guy to do an equity audit of social studies and English language arts grades 5 through 12 in Guilford. He gave his report at the end of January 2022. $25,000, he produced a report that was 22 pages double spaced. And he didn't come up with specific recommendations on textbooks or anything like that. What he came up with was 5 general things. And one of them was that we redo the teacher evaluation system. In other words, make it mandatory that they teach this equity and social justice stuff. Mandatory. So I was watching the Board of Education meeting this past June. What happened at that meeting? The Board of Education approved a new educator evaluation plan. Educator evaluation plan. So, I looked it up. And the first paragraph in this educator evaluation plan, it said, our foundational belief is equity. Foundational belief is equity. We believe that all students have the right to high-quality instruction that fosters attainment of Guilford's Portrait of a Graduate competencies. Does everybody know what Portrait of a Graduate is? They are, check your school website, see if they're doing this stuff. In Guilford's case, it's 6 woke competencies that have nothing to do with being proficient in English or math or science or reading or any of that stuff.
Dave, could I add a little about that? About Portrait of a Graduate?
Go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, we got a couple of projects going on Portrait of a Graduate, but just to give you a quick background on it, if you're not familiar with it. There's a group, it's called the Battelle Memorial Research Institute. It's in Cincinnati, Ohio. In any event, for years they've been mostly doing engineering work and stuff like that for the government. They spawned this little group that's concerned with education. And since at least the early 2000s, they have been pitching this idea of Portrait of a Graduate. And it's been funny to watch it because this came before Common Core did, and if anybody remembers Common Core, so these guys, now they're trying to glom onto that, take some of their ideas. It's like, who are these people? What's wrong with you? Nonetheless, they persisted. And they managed to come up with a program. I think they started to make traction, I want to say 2018 or so. So the basic idea behind it is that you try to build your educational curriculum in the school around 6 or some set of principles. In researching different schools, there can be slight variations. They kind of look at each school and say, well, you come up with your ideas. But the problem with this is it's a top-down approach. Hi, Santa.
Merry Christmas!
Happy
New Year! For all the good boys and girls. You've grown up so fast.
Can we ask for a new superintendent in Guilford?
Right under the tree.
Okay, so Portrait of a Graduate is based on these principles, and then they supposedly build a curriculum based on this. There always involves a stakeholder to put something together, but we're still looking for the beef. Where's the beef? We can't find it. But this is very, very popular. A lot of school systems in Connecticut have grabbed onto it, and it's just one more thing that has to be killed.
Thank you, Court. So let me just read these 6 woke competencies. Adaptable learner, responsible collaborator, effective communicator, critical thinker, empathetic individual, and global citizen. And the test scores are going down. Armin's going to get into that when he talks. No, let's see here. This belief is deeply rooted in Guilford community as evidenced by the Guilford Board of Education statements addressing equity and social justice. We were making so much noise at the beginning of 2021 that the Board of Education felt they had to come out with a statement in support of the superintendent's equity and social justice initiative. I just wrote down a few lines from this statement. The Guilford BOE and Superintendent Paul Freeman made a commitment to our students and our community to better address instruction and school culture regarding issues of social justice and institutional racism. Institutional racism is part of American history, and educators must explicitly address this reality and create a culture that helps eradicate it moving forward. Unbelievable, right? Okay, reading from this first paragraph. It is further supported by community organizations like Guilford's Human Rights Commission. Can you believe that Guilford has a Human Rights Commission? This is an official commission for the town, all right? They are funded by the town, and this commission paid a $700 stipend to sponsor a transgender woman called Jillian Celentano, a female transgender woman who was an outspoken advocate for gender-affirming care for children in grade school, to come and speak at the Guilford Community Center. When I found out about this was in 2022, October. They'd already had the event. I didn't know about it. When I found out about it, I contacted them, and I have a friend who is a conservative transgender woman who does not believe in gender-affirming care for kids. All right? Christine Redstock is her name.
Hey, Christine.
Yes. And, they refused to let her speak. I said, look, you're a town-funded organization. You paid this stipend. You got to present the other side. They absolutely refused. All right, listen to this. And Guilford's anti-bias, anti-racism alliance. Can you believe that Guilford has an anti-bias, anti-racism alliance? You should look, I think I put their website in here. You should look this up. You go to this website, they have a silhouette graph of kids from 3 months old to 6 years old, and they say how racist these white kids are at every age. This is unbelievable. This is in the first paragraph of the new educator evaluation plan. I guarantee you this stuff is going on in your school systems. You have to look for this stuff. All right, so check out the website, the Board of Education website. Analyze your town BOE manual. See what's in there. See if they're doing what is in this manual. Analyze the textbooks and the curriculums being used at your school. All right, I did a freedom of actually it wasn't a freedom of information. They gave it to me, but I asked for all the textbooks they were using in English language arts and social science. You won't believe what stuff is in there. All right, do it. Check this stuff out. It takes time, but it's worth it. Analyze, this is key, analyze the training materials used by consultants and teachers, teacher and administrator training. They're not going to tell you what they're doing. This will be a Freedom of Information Act request, but you need to do it. Whether they're from Harvard or this Insight Education Group, you got to find out what they're teaching the teachers and the administrators, because guaranteed that stuff is getting passed on to the kids.
Dave, can I just note here?